Well, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? This is Douglas Ford. I appreciate you cracking open this video. Guys, listen. One thing I understand about success, and that is this: success left speed. You're just partnering up with us, okay? Folks, I'm a big component of the law of diminishing intent. And the law of diminishing intent says that which you should do now that you don't do, you'll never get around to doing it, okay? Let me share my screen because I really want you guys to really understand this is a law just like gravity, just like the law of numbers, just like the law of sowing and reaping, that many times we don't understand that we're violating it, and it can be keeping us and delaying us and even repelling us from achieving and having the success that we desire, okay? Very important that we understand this law and this principle here that I want to highlight. Let me get to something. I have a folder somewhere. Here we go. So, folks, this is the law of diminishing intent. Let me read it for you here. It's a quote coined by Jim Rohn. The law of diminishing intent. It states that the longer one postpones taking action, the less likely you will be to take it. Now, I want you to see this so you can get a visual, because we're all visual learners here. So this is the law of diminishing intent. This is a chart. Now, look over to the left here where it says intention. So you have level 1, you have level 2, 3, 4, 5, in terms of a person's intention on doing something. Then you have down below, you have the time frame. This is going by days, right? So you have day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now, look at this. A person's highest level of intention is always going to be, okay, at a 5, at its highest peak. Look at this, from day 1. So it's like when a person sees the information, okay, and they are excited, that is when you want them to take action, okay? Now look what happens if they are not taking action and then time, hours, and days are going by. Look what happens to the level of intention. So when another day goes by and they haven't taken any action, look what happens to the intention. It starts to wane. So you're still in good, hot standings by day 2. But then look what happens by day 3. Okay? Look, it's 50-50 now. So see, the intentions is starting to wane as days and days are going by. And ladies and gentlemen, theoretically, by day 4 and 5, I have literally come to a resolve. It's probably time to start looking for another person in terms of partnering up, becoming strategic with you when growing in this organization. Okay? Now, this is not in terms of them seeing a presentation. This is when they have seen a presentation, and then what are the actions that they do when they get started? What are the actions that they do they're following? Okay? The intention, folks, is at its highest, okay, in the first 72 hours or less than it will be 3 days after. Okay? Now, are there some exceptions to the rule? Yes, but please understand, you don't want to rely on exceptions to the rule. You want to put the law in place into your favor, okay? And that's what we're talking about here in terms of when people get started, you want them engaged at their highest intention point, okay? And so that's why, for me, I'm like saying, we want to get our one-time execution of at least getting 1 to 2 to 3. You want that, folks, done within the first 72 hours, maybe 4 days or less, okay? Right away. Definitely one person connected in the business with people, because you want to get it beyond them and get their 3 out of the way as quickly as possible. We don't have to wait to do this, folks, because we all know how we mutually all benefit, us bringing our economic value together, and how people, everyone, will receive from hundreds of thousands of people opening up digital wallets, becoming citizens, whether enterprise or citizens, okay, everybody's going to be receiving from hundreds of thousands of people that they didn't invite. So everyone's going to always be receiving from more people that they didn't invite than what we do. And the only reason why you're going to continue to receive, folks, is because everybody's going to be receiving in the exact same way. As this is going to be on you from hundreds of thousands of people, they're going to be benefiting in the same mutual, predictable way. Whereas they also, too, will be receiving from hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of people that they didn't invite to become citizens, contributing to their income. And as it's doing it for them, guess what? It's doing it for you simultaneously, or whoever, whoever's in that success line. But my point of this video, folks, again, moving with speed. When a person's intention is at its highest, folks, is in the first 2 days, 72 hours at the latest or less, okay? So just like the law of gravity, you don't want to violate it. You know you walking off, you going on top of that building and you walking off, the law of gravity is going to go into play. Just like the law of sowing and reaping. He who sows sparingly reaps also sparingly. He who sows abundantly will reap also abundantly. It's a law, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, with that being said, that brings me back to here. So on Facebook, okay, I have created sort of like an invitation hub where we can pique interest, where it just gives transparency and it gives some testimonies and even some value. Doesn't really go into a presentation. It's just a means where you can quickly pique somebody's interest and them going into business with you without necessarily them seeing a presentation right then and there. You just want to get their interest level on the material that you sent them to see if they want to get more details about said information. And that's when you can go to your back office and hit press play or invite them to a presentation. So let me get to that piece here real quick. Is it right here? Here it is. So on Facebook, guys, I created a page called Banking is Necessary, but Banks Are Not. You'll see my face there to let you know that this is the page. So all you got to do is go to Facebook search and do right here, just search Banking is Necessary, but Banks Are Not. You hit enter and you're going to see, okay, the title in my face next to the title. That way it lets you know. And you can just like this page. Like this page. That way it's always, anytime we put information in there, you're going to receive a notification, okay? So, and what you'll simply do is you can take any, like you can go through this information, like right here is me doing a transparency withdrawal. Because guys, transparency right now needs to be front and center, considering all of the different opportunities that are out there not providing transparency. I want people to see, yeah, we are withdrawing money. Yeah, money is coming to us on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Many times coming to us, many times, multiple times throughout the hours of the day. Okay? Throughout the days of the week, throughout the weeks of the month, et cetera, okay? And it's not just me receiving. They're going to hear me say that as deposits are coming to me, so are deposits coming to others simultaneously. Hence the reason our economic value is benefiting all of us. Got it? Here's like a meeting after the meeting. So if you have somebody that's maybe seen a meeting, okay, this is what I like to call a meeting after the meeting, sort of giving a reinforcing on the information that they saw and how this is going to mutually be benefiting us as we're scaling and sharing this digital wallet all over the world. Where by us being prosumers, we're all mutually benefiting in the revenue sharing that we bring through our economic value of opening up the digital wallets. Very, very powerful information there. Then I just did another transparency video that's a little shorter, okay? Because the reason why I did a second one, because I wanted people to see me withdraw money back to back, that you always have access to your money. And I just added this testimonial here. That's a real, real good testimonial by a gentleman that's a business owner. He's owned MLM companies, and he's really sharing that this is not MLM, and why he was like, it didn't take him 5 seconds before he said, hey, I'm in, right? So you can utilize these to pique interest, to give people just a little bit of information, just to, whet their appetite. So where then you want to take them over to your back office. Okay, I thought I had it up here. No, I don't have it up here. Where you can then just go and hit the press play, and that's how we're literally growing, okay, the revenue and growing the business, folks, through the press play. We wanted to systematize this business. Let me just go there real quick while my mind is on it, okay? And let me log in. Yabba dabba doo. Connect my wallet. All right, let me log in here. Okay, so let's go over here to resources. We're gonna go to resources. And right here, guys, see if it shares with you how to invite. This is all in your back office under resources. Then right here where it says press play overview, you're gonna click on view here. And this is after you've piqued somebody's interest, right? And follow up is key, guys. As you're tagging people, you're piquing their interest, and you put them in front of information, you gotta make sure that you're setting a time to follow up. Follow up is very critical, okay? We gotta wanna follow up because the fortune is in follow up, always. So you're making sure that you're always being very, very keen and very, very, mastering, following up, because folks, that's where the money is. Fortune's in the follow up, okay? So if there's a breakdown in your communication of following up, okay, just get with someone and maybe go through some coaching with it, role play, so we can definitely get you on the follow-up process where you can be very, very good with it, okay? Okay? Doesn't take a whole lot. You just got to say, hey, I know your time is busy, so is mine. I like to work by a calendar. I'm sure you do too. I work by a schedule. I'm sure you do as well, okay? I know we want to get back on the phone, but I want to see when the best time I can be committed and available to you. So it'd be best for me to set a time. And then you give 2 option dates. So if like today is Thursday, set an option date. Hey, how about we either get on the phone again Friday or Saturday? Which day works best for you? And then boom, and then you get a time set down. Great, because I just want to make sure that I can be committed to be available to you, okay? Because I'm busy as well. Got it? So right here, guys, in terms of press play, you can choose the one with the gallery introduction. That's when you're hearing all the people chiming in from all over the world. Or you can just go straight into a presentation without the gallery. So like if you click on this one, it takes you right to the presentation by invitation only. And then what you'll simply do is click that button right there, folks. And then before this starts playing, you want to maximize it. And then Mr. Greg Baldwin, the founder of
so much
our
for those
operation,
kind words,
folks,
man. I mean, I'm blown away and I'm humbled by.
Goes into sharing the presentation, guys. I mean, when you really understand the systematizing of this business, okay, and please understand, we're going to be receiving from many folks opening up a digital wallet, okay, and them opening up a digital wallet from many people that we don't invite is going to be contributing to most of our ongoing income coming in, folks. Everyone's mutually receiving that way. So let me share with you, okay? So just keep in mind that press play as I show you this next thing here, okay? So I'm going to jump right here, okay? Now I'm going to share with you from the enterprise level here, okay? So think about it. You having your 3 partners and you press play, right? They get themselves started. Let's share this thing. I wrote this note down because This is how I want people to look at this as they're looking at it. As they're looking at this. This is very, very key here. Okay? You have the mindset as we're going through this, okay, with no one saying no. Think about it. I want us to view this with no one saying no, how this thing is going to radically put us in a position of strength and control, okay? Control over us benefiting from our economic value. So you press play for your three partners. They come in at enterprise, it's going to bring you at $149. Then watch this. Then they press play for their partners, okay? They get involved, folks. It's going to bring them to $149, just like it did for you, because their partner is going to activate an account. But look what happens. It scales you to $173. See, we're all literally chained together as this is moving forward. This is happening predictably. So watch this, guys. These folks here press play. It brings them to $149 because their partners get involved. Why? Because they're going to mutually benefit. Now, keep in mind, you have only invited these partners. Everything else I'm going to be sharing with you, you did not invite. Your partners only invited these people. Everybody else that I would be sharing doing this, your partners, nor you, nor your inviter invited any of these people. But guess what? When we're talking to them, at the time we're talking to them, they're going to be the you or the partners or the inviter. And everybody that we talk there after them, they didn't invite. But keep in mind, even as they are scaling, your partners, you, and your inviter are also scaling too. It's all simultaneous, folks. So watch this. The partners that they invite, guess what? They press play to their partners. They get in at the enterprise, they come to 149. Okay. Are you seeing anybody doing anything different? Because everybody's going to have to do a one-time execution. So then the partners that they invited, those guys press play. They come to 149. Now, think about this. Look at all the social proof that's been coming to everybody else prior to these people getting involved. So these people, think about it. Let's say this was you getting started at this point versus, here. Look at all the social proof that's been coming to everybody even before it got to you. See, that's the thing I'm trying to get everybody to understand. This thing had to already be working even before it came to you, or it would have never gotten to you. I really need us to understand that before this thing got to me, if it wasn't working prior and people receiving money all along the way before it got to me, would this have ever gotten to me? The answer to that is no. So all everybody got to do is just focus on their part, and their partners just focus on their part. And the way this artificial intelligence is going to do this every time. Everybody just does what? The press play. So watch, they invite their partners. They press play to their partners. They come on board at 149. At enterprise. It's going to bring them to 149. Look what it did to everybody else that was in line previously. Folks, you at this point, your partners, their partners, their partners, their partners, folks, as I've been going, I haven't said that they have invited anyone else. So I just wanted to leave that there and let you see how powerful this press play presentation is because it allows us, ladies and gentlemen, to systematize the business here.
By those kind.
Folks, you want a business that is system dependent, not people or personality dependent. See, when you have a system-driven business that is going to be mutually benefiting everyone, with everybody going to have to do a one-time execution, and think as this is going beyond you, going beyond your partners, going beyond their partners, everyone is scaling and mutually benefiting predictably. Predictably. So, but the biggest thing is getting people in front of the information. Not prejudging, not thinking for anybody, letting them get in front of the information, and then if they share the same opinion as you folks, and as you see this, trust me, they'll see it too. And those that don't, it's quite all right. Maybe they don't share the same opinion as you, or maybe they've just been beat up too much to where they can't even, see the fact that we're all mutually benefiting. We all have an invested interest in each other succeeding because we all scale simultaneously, right? There is no scaling for me without you or without your partners. So obviously, if we're all scaling together, do I have an invested interest in your success receiving thousands to hundreds of thousands of deposits if simultaneously thousands to 100,000 deposits as they're coming to you is also coming to me too? Folks, that's a win-win situation. So obviously I want you to win at the highest degree, okay? Because then simultaneously we're all winning together. So this is not an operation where we're making money off of people. We make money and scale together here. So guys, I just want to just leave it at there. But again, okay, you can utilize, okay, these communities here, this page, as I mentioned, phone's blowing up, that it can just be another arsenal in your tool belt in terms of piquing interest. But folks, you want to get many people in front of the information, okay? Because your first three partners, they may not go as fast as some, but this is something that they can utilize as well. You may want to share this video with them too, so they can really get the understanding that, folks, success loves speed. Money loves speed. And we don't want to be violating, as I mentioned prior, the law of diminishing intent. Again, the law of diminishing intent states the longer you wait to do something you should do now, the greater the odds are you'll never actually do it. Hence the reason I'm creating this culture that we want to move fast. 72 hours or less, okay, is the goal. Because we want to get this beyond that person as quickly as possible. Okay? Because if they're going to do it, they have all the intentions to do it at the highest peak in days 1 and 2. And then, of course, when it goes to day 3, it's going to wane. But they're still, their intention is pretty decent. But when it goes to day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then you'll be putting yourself in a chasing situation because literally their intention is way beyond 0 at that point. Okay? So that's going to be it, guys. As I conclude every time we come together with either presentation or trainings, we just want to see you guys at the top. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you over the top. Take care. God bless.